Oh, golly. I didn't realize how pretty my green glasses were. I'm about to think what some of you have already said. This is my color. Kind of like it. Now, I was sitting here. It's bedtime. Some of you are probably already in bed sound asleep. But I stay up pretty late. And I just finished watching an old Western movie called Westward the Women with Robert Taylor. Now, it has to be good if it has Robert Taylor in it. He was one of the handsome heroes, of the 40s and 50s. All of his movies were good movies. So I sit here, and I think that movie was on for 3 solid hours. Watched every bit of it. Would watch it again, probably. But I got to thinking, I need to tell you about my day today. You know, most days just humdrum, same old thing. Get up, what am I going to do today? Eat a bite of breakfast, drink a little juice, and check my Facebook, my email, my YouTube. See if anything exciting's happening out in the world. I don't read much about the news because I don't want to be put in a bad mood at the beginning of the day. I avoid as much of the world news as I can, which is not exactly a good idea, but it makes the day a little better for me. Don't know how it is for you. But today was a little different. You know, I've told you about my trip to Pennsylvania and about meeting my friend Shirley, one of my YouTube viewers. She's such a delight. You just don't know when you're talking to someone on an iPad and communicating back and forth. You aren't sure if this is the real person. Are they like this all the time? Are they so sweet, so nice all the time? They've got to have bad days. I have bad days. I don't tell you about most of the bad things because they're not bad enough to even talk about. But anyway, having met Shirley, yes, she tells me today she was Mrs. Potato Head for Halloween. She was so cute, so funny, and she says she fell in her big potato head costume, but fortunately she wasn't hurt. She's like me. She's a little on the short side, so she didn't have far to fall, which in a way is good because you don't get hurt as bad. But I think she's going to be okay. So this being Thursday, Jan works at the antique shop on Thursdays and Fridays. And I usually try to go by at least once every 2 weeks to visit with her for a few minutes, see what she's got new in her booth. And she's got a new booth now. She's got 3, I think. She's starting filling. It's going to soon be filled up with her stuff. But she's got a booth full of Lionel trains. You've got to see them. It's some man's collection. When you think back about what people have collected for years and years and years, and all of a sudden, the collection is in your hands. It's a wonderful collection. She's filled up an entire booth with nothing but Lionel trains. And some of them are in the original boxes. She's got train tracks everywhere you look. She even put up the little Christmas trees around the little houses. Their houses, there's a carousel. Oh, you would love that carousel. I want it myself, and I keep looking at it, and I won't ask her for it because I know she's going to be able to sell it at a good price. But anyway, I took her lunch. That's usually what I do when I go by to check things out. I usually take her some chicken salad or something like that. And she liked my chicken salad, so it serves the purpose for one day. And I was having a little problem with my iPad. I punch and click and do things, and she says, "What have you done?" And I'll say, I don't know how that happened. So she straightens me out, thank goodness. If she's not good for anything else, wow, thank goodness she's there to keep my iPad in order. So we've been working on trying to get me monetized. I got monetized, but I wasn't getting the ads. I didn't know how, couldn't figure it out. And we both started reading and reading and reading, and finally we hit on a message, and it was starting to come together. So I took my iPad with me. I said, "Now, Jan, I think we can do it." And she looked it over, and we clicked, and finally said, "Oh, this is what you need to do." Now, I don't know how many stories, I call them stories, that I have put on my YouTube channel. It's at least, I'm going to guess, 75. That's a lot, you know. So I had to go through one by one, getting them set up so that I would have advertising. So you're going to see some advertisements on my channel, and I'm going to ask that you, well, you don't have to watch them if you don't want to, but at least let them run, and so that I get credit for it. Now, I'm learning. I'm just like a kid in the first grade. Sometimes I feel like I didn't get past the third grade, but I learn slowly, a little at a time. I'll have it eventually. Don't worry, I'm going to get it together. So there I was. She's waiting on her customers, and she set me down in a chair right near the cash register. And she said, "Now here, sit here, and you get these, every one of them. Do it now." I said, "Well, I have to do it now because if I wait till I get home, I'll forget what I was supposed to do." So I sat there, and I'm just a clicking, and I'm going from one story to another, and I was almost finished. And this lady came up to, well, she was standing close to me, and she looked over, and she was looking at my iPad because there was a picture of me on the iPad working on my YouTube channel. She looked at the screen, she looked at me, she looked back at the screen, and she said, "Is that you?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, it is." She said, "Is that you on YouTube?" I said, "Yes." She says, "I've been watching you on YouTube every day." Excuse me. And I had a feeling when I saw her looking back and forth from the iPad to me that something was clicking with her. And I suspected she recognizes me. And she did. She was so excited, and I was excited. I was meeting a viewer. Now, she happened to live here in town, which is great. I hope I have a lot of local viewers. I may have, I may not have. That's okay. But it is so exciting when you can meet someone that recognizes you from their iPad, from watching YouTube. You know, years ago I would never have dreamed something like this would happen. I never dreamed that people would see me and recognize who I was or who I am. And they immediately become my friend. There's no real big introduction. Well, let me show you the picture. Jan took a picture. She's good at that. But I want you to see me with my new YouTube friend. Let's see if I get this right. Take a close look. Isn't that cute? We're standing right in front of my iPad. It's sitting on a table behind us. And we were both so excited when we discovered each other. So I wanted you to see this. And who knows? I'm looking forward to meeting more people like that. I'm waiting to be like a movie star where they say, "Oh, I know who you are." Wouldn't that be great? I'm 87 years old. And to have people recognize me because they've seen me on YouTube. So this is just a little short segment. I want to keep in touch. I want you to keep watching me. And I know that if I stray away from small talk with you, telling you stories, getting in the kitchen. Now I'm going to get in the kitchen because this next month we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. And last year I promised to show my cornbread dressing. I didn't get it done. Things fell into place to where I wasn't able to do it. But this year I'm going to do it. I'm going to be making my cornbread. I can put that in the freezer and keep it a few days, you know. It'll be ready whenever I'm ready to do my dressing. Now, I don't do the kind of dressing that goes in a turkey. Somehow I never did care for the dressing that you stuffed the turkey with because it got too much grease from the turkey itself. In fact, I'm not a turkey lover. I'm afraid I take after my mother. My mother swore by the stewing hen. She always stewed a hen. She wouldn't put a turkey on her table. No way. They didn't have good flavor. She didn't like the broth. So whatever Mama does, I do. So anyway, I'll be giving you my dressing recipe in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I suppose. And I just wanted to let you know that I'm still here. I'm still trying to come up with things that will interest you. I'm about to run out of antiques. Now, I don't have as many antiques as you think I have. My apartment is not big enough to hold what I would like to have. I'm having to downsize. And I'm serious when I say that because I went in Goodwill today. I picked up a couple of items, carried them around in my cart. When it was time for me to check out, I decided I don't really need these, so I took them and set them back on the shelf. And I walked out and I didn't buy anything. At my age, I don't need to be adding to my antiques and my collectibles. I need to be sharing them. It's time to pass them on to someone else to enjoy. I don't like the idea of boxing up a lot of pretty china and crystal and ornaments and things that you've had for years and storing them in the basement or the attic. Nobody gets to enjoy them when you do that. I want them out where everybody can see what I have. Because that's the reason I bought the things, is because I enjoy them and I want my friends and family to enjoy them too. So having explained that, where was it going from here? I don't even remember. But I did want you to meet my new YouTube friend that I met in person today. It's an interesting situation when someone recognizes you because they've seen you on YouTube. So, if you're out and about and you're in Lexington, look me up. You might find me at Feather Your Nest Antique Shop. You like that antique shop. Jen's got a lot of nice things, and every now and then I borrow something from her, and I said, I'll just have it a couple of days. I'll bring it back. And so that works. That works for the two of us. And she gets a lunch from me. Chicken salad. She likes my chicken salad. I like my chicken salad. And it works for us. So, it's time for me to get ready for bed. I put the glasses on because it would fancy me up, and stuck my earrings back on because I said, oh my gosh, I look a mess. But this turquoise seemed to be my color. If I could just get rid of this gaggle here. I'm afraid somebody will see me before Thanksgiving and think, oh, look at the turkey I found. Yeah. I knew you'd like that. So, anyway, I'm back to normal. I have been eating Hershey bars. You know why I'm eating Hershey bars? I eat one every night. I'm not supposed to be eating stuff like that. But when you go to Hershey, Pennsylvania, you can't leave without buying chocolate candy. And so I bought a whole box of, let's see what this is at. Yeah, here's the kit. See this? This is the wrapper on my cookies and cream Hershey bars. I bought a box of 36 of them. My doctor would wham me right on the head if he knew I was eating this. But I'm very careful about it. I just eat it a little at a time. And I'll probably give several Hershey bars away. I'm pretty good about giving things away. So, I won't be eating all of them. So don't worry about my diabetes and that sort of thing. I'm careful. So I'm going to get me a little something to drink. And then I'm going to get ready for bed, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Today was a nice day. Didn't have to wear a jacket. But the cold weather's coming on, and I can tell you right now, I don't do well when it's cold. I like spring and summer weather best. And the colors are just glorious this year. I don't have to tell you that. You've seen them. But enjoy them while you can. And I'm going to let you go now. Don't you love my glasses? I think the man that sells these ought to be sponsoring me, don't you? If you know who he is, tell him to get on the ball. He's got a good model. And it's my daughter Jan, not me. She wears these glasses well, and she's a good advertisement. So, if you're selling glitzy glasses, or what they really call them rhinestone readers, then go ahead. You can put your ads on my YouTube channel now, and I'm going to start making a little money, and I'm going to tell you all about it when I do, and I'm going to tell you also I'm going to be spending that money. I'm going to be enjoying something that I don't even have to work for. This is fun. I get to tell stories, and I hope you enjoy hearing me. So I'm going now. Bedtime. See you later.